I really ice.
Me too, except I have no hair because, you know, I'm just a sock. I'm just a sock. So, yeah.
Well, somehow they had to tell the two of us apart?
Yes, they do. So, what should we begin our plot? We never came up with a script! Well, it's kind of like that one movie we saw where, it seems like they had a script, but they forgot one thing, right?
You mean the Happytime Murder?
Yes, the Happytime Murder.
The comedy that wasn't?
It was a comedy?
It was listed as a comedy?
You sure? Because, I didn't laugh a lot at that.
No, I think I laughed maybe 1.5 times.
Yeah, I think I had like one big laugh. Maybe a couple small chuckles.
They had a lot of potential with some of their jokes.
Yeah, they did. But they just couldn't get a good laugh. It was like, if the line had any comedy in it, the actors just didn't deliver. Like bad comedic timing, bad acting.
It'd be like this. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Come on in.
One second.
You know, I have no idea what you're saying.
Because I have no hands, I'm just a sock puppet. I have to pick up things with my mouth. But I think the worst part is they had some potential for some comedy.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done very good with some of the jokes that they were like building to.
Yeah. Or even some of the insults that they had, they could have been really creative, but it just ended up being...
How many times can we swear?
Yeah. And each scene just be like, hey, this is puppets, let's go to different settings. Like, hey look, a strip club, or an adult store, or a drug place. You know, with Muppets or puppets or wherever they are.
Yeah, it was kind of a lot of the same throughout the whole thing. It was like they were going more for just shock factor than anything else.
Yeah, and I've seen it done before, like Team America Road Police, even Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of did it better, with more comedy.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of expected this to be kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I guess I went in with too high of expectations.
Yeah, look, the premise was interesting. The world was populated by humans and puppets, and it looked like an interesting premise with the puppets being kind of like second-class citizens, but...
And they could have had a whole message about that in that movie.
Some social commentary, but unfortunately, they didn't do it. They just didn't roll with it and just ended up falling flat on everything. Even the acting was lackluster. I mean, there's only one good joke that you and me laughed at, and unfortunately, it's too highly inappropriate to talk about here because it was that vulgar. But at the same time, they had
just watch the trailer. It was in the trailer.
No, not that one. There was something else, but it was just perfect comedic timing. But we won't discuss it here because it was that bad. But it was fun.
I agree with that.
Yep. So what else do you want to add about this crappy movie?
Well, I would say probably the only other thing I would add was just the fact that it was wasted potential that didn't live up to its hype.
Yeah, even though the trailer I wasn't really even impressed with. I didn't laugh at the trailer at all, even though it looked a little intriguing, but it just failed on every account.
I agree.
In fact, I don't know who wrote this, but I know the director. The director is actually one of Jim Henson's sons.
Yep.
And he directed Muppet Treasure Island, which I actually did enjoy. It was funny. It was great. And
this was very different from that.
Yeah, but I was hoping he would translate the same amount of humor and care he did with that. And unfortunately, he didn't. There was a lot wrong, including with the production. There were times where I was seeing like the camera and reflections. I think at one point when they went into a building, they closed the door and it was like a reflection of the camera right there.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Yep.
Oh, and the inconsistencies. They would do something in one scene, and you go to the next scene, and it's immediately changed. They had a lot of those continuity errors.
Yeah, I just felt like the entire movie was just a checklist. Just like, okay, we're at this location, and meet this character, this location, this character, this location, this character. And they also tried making a twist in it, but it wasn't that good either.
Yeah, a little predictable.
Yeah, and it didn't really work as a detective buddy cop movie or a comedy. It tried to do both and couldn't do either one.
Yep. So what would you rate the film?
I would rate it a 2 out of 10 just because of the interesting premise, the one laugh, and maybe just a couple of chuckles there.
I'll agree. I have to give this film a 2 as well. I mean, it was an interesting concept. What are you doing?
Making a call. No, I'm done with the grading, so don't mind me.
Well, okay. So as I was saying, it was an interesting premise.
Hello?
I laughed a couple times.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I want a pizza. Extra cheese, pepperoni. Don't mind me. I thought today we had $5 off.
You know, we're still in the review.
I don't care. I said discontinue. Don't mind me. Yeah. Yep. Continue.
I can't. You're making too much noise.
I am not making too much noise. Fine. Happy now?
Happier than after I saw Happytime Murder. You know, I think we should just put a sock in this review.
Okay. Hold still. No. Oh, that sucked. Well,
It sucked.
Let me get a baseball bat. I'll be back. You better stay right there. No, don't walk off.